Hello, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. It seems like it's been a while since we've done one of these. We're back for the Season 17 announcement here on ALTTP Ladder. Your friendly ladder admins. Are we still friendly?
I think so.
Yeah, okay, we're still friendly. Your friendly ladder admins are here, and I'm Big Dunka, here with Herfy Durfy. Herfy, how you doing on this fine Saturday?
Doing great. Enjoying my Saturday evening. Taking a little break from playing the Dead Space remake to, have this little announcement stream with you here. And I'm definitely looking forward to it. As is, excuse me, as is tradition with me, I have not prepared anything. I have not watched this presentation before we're streaming this, so I will be as surprised as everyone else watching.
It's always fun. It's always fun, isn't it? So, and if there's any ladder patrons out there, I did give them just a tiny little hint that we do have something a little bit special planned for this one. We upped it up just a little bit, but we'll see how that goes. But let's not delay. Do you guys want to see a schedule? Everybody in the chat want to see a schedule? Yeah, show us the schedule. Okay, they want to see a schedule. All right, let's start with our Season 17 schedule, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. You know what's going to happen, right? First thing on the list is Open. We love Open.
Thunk it.
We love Open. Open is it's just so boring and bland.
AKA, well-loved classic and an evergreen, so...
Yeah. It's never going to go away. It's never going to get you up. It's never going to let you down. I'm not doing it, but you know what's coming next. So yeah, we start with Open. Next on the list, Mystery with our new weights system. We will be going over the weight system in painful detail later today. There will be a few things missing from this. And I'll just spoil it now. I haven't 100% finished all the weights yet. There's still some balancing that needs to be done, but yeah, we're working on that still. So,
it seems like wherever I go in the rando community, the weights are the biggest problems, apparently.
Oh, sorry about that. I just had to ban a spammer.
Yeah. That guy needed to go, but yeah.
Sorry about that.
The biggest problem in this community.
See, now we're in the big time now because I had to ban a spammer. Yeah, so sorry about that. Next on the list, Casual Boots. It's Casual Boots. Congratulations, Casual Boots. You're back again. Still the most popular mode in all of Rando. Cross Keys is close, but Casual Boots still has the top. So nothing real surprising here. This is pretty typical shit. Invrosia. Oh, I love this mode. And I love seeing people's reactions every time we run it.
Yep. Always popular in one way or the other.
The bastardized child of Invrosia, Bwayne's Ambrosia, sorry, and inverted that everybody loves. By everybody, I mean a very small set of people. But yeah. So Invrosia's making a comeback to the normal schedule for another season. It has been in grab bag this last season. Yeah. You guys voted for, I think this made the first pass. Like, I'm pretty sure this was in the first vote you guys voted into grab bag. So you guys obviously love it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. It's well, hell, they used it even with, didn't they use it in League? Wasn't this a League mode?
I wouldn't know.
I can't remember if this was a League mode or not. I didn't play League this year. I took the year off. I thought this was in a League mode, wasn't it? I could have sworn it was in there for something. I don't remember. Anyway, By the way, league is still going on. So let's, cross keys. Yay, cross keys. Yeah, it's cross keys. The second most popular mode in all of Rando. Still, people love this. You know what's interesting? And just throwing this out there, I watch the signups when people sign up for modes, and there are, there's people that play cross keys and nothing else. Like if you look at their history, it's nothing but cross keys, cross keys, cross keys, cross keys. But I've even seen people that I know from other communities they've kind of sprinkled in, and all they play is cross keys. They don't play open. They don't play casual boots. They don't play anything. They just play cross keys. And it's baffling. Like, these are people that don't play, like, any other mode, and they're just... Anyway, people like cross keys.
You get help.
Yeah. Yes, get help. Big time. Sit down, sit on the couch, talk to a shrink. Mm-hmm. I don't get it, but my fragile brain can't comprehend entrance, so... Anyway, any bets what's coming next? Everybody knows what's coming next. It's got to be grab bag. So,
of course,
grab bag back, better than ever. Well, you think it's better than ever. just you wait. Oh man. So that's 6. We got one more to go. Anybody in chat want to guess what number 7's going to be? We'll give you guys a second to guess what 7's going to be. I'm very curious if anybody in chat's going to guess. Anybody? Enemizer? No, it's not going to be Enemizer. Although we do have to talk about Enemizer today. Cross doors, never going to happen. Never going to happen. Deceased tournament mode. Nah, but we'll see. Swordless, probably not. No, but the last mode is... I apologize. I have made a typo.
It's casual boots again.
I apologize. Yay! Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me fix that. That is actually going to be difficult to fix. Let me get some help to fix that. Hey, Bob! Hey, Bob's here! Everybody loves Bob. Hey, yay! Bob, go ahead and fix that for me, please. There we go. Thank you, Bob.
Oh, no.
Much appreciated, Bob. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another Casual Boots Invitational this season. And Bob is more than happy to be back for that one. So we will be having our 5th invitational, which is very similar to the second invitational in that it is exactly the same as the second invitational. We're just going to do it again. This was Casual Boots was probably the biggest of the invitationals that we had. And let's just do it again. So Bob is very happy. He's taken a couple of seasons off, and and Jem will get to race.
Yeah, I mean, apart from Jem, Casual Boots just captures probably the broadest range of people.
Still
gives everyone the chance to participate.
Yep.
So there's also a reason why we're planning, or why Dunka planned to make it a little wider range and give more people the chance to, but we'll get to that.
Just wait. But yes, if you see Bob's pockets bulging, he's either excited to see you or Jem stuffed them with 20s. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our schedule for Season 17. And I will get that schedule up here soon. There's actually a tiny little issue with the scheduler right this moment. I have to push something else up, but I realized I forgot to load a file. So I will have that schedule up at the conclusion of our announcement today. So that hot fix I was putting in right at the start of this, I forgot to put something in, and I can't fix it right now. So.
What Duncan meant to say is he'll put the schedule live as soon as we get at least one more patron on the ladder.
Or that too, yeah. Otherwise, you'll just go without a schedule. Yeah, but I'll get that schedule in here soon. All right. So that is our schedule. Let's talk about Grab Bag. Now, last season, we did something. We did, we like throwing things out to you guys. So you guys pick these 10 modes. You voted for these 10 modes last season. I have bad news. They're all gone now. They're all gone, and they are going to be replaced with, you guessed it, the modes you didn't vote for. Oh, God. The whole point of doing... This was a long con. The whole point of having you guys vote for Season 16 modes is so that we could do this for Season 17. I'm not going to lie to you. I love everything about it. There is one caveat that we're throwing in there for this one, and that is that little asterisk next to Enemizer. We are going to make a small change to Enemizer. This will go in effect for Grab Bag and anything going forward that deals with Enemizer. And it's one of the complaints that we do get from Enemizer, and that is we are making Enemizer Assured Sword, and we will make sure that any time that Enemizer comes up, that you'll have a sword start. It does make things a little bit easier. It takes that stress away from the stepping outside of Link's house and getting bombarded immediately and not having any way to fight him off. So, especially with standard modes. Like, the standard thing with Mystery was always in there, where if you get Enemizer with standard, you get a sword. We're just going to make it across the board now. And that might make Enemizer slightly more tolerable. Hopefully. I hate Enemizer.
Yeah, I think it'll definitely help, at least a little bit. Maybe it'll not get rid of every, kind of crappy situation, but it'll definitely alleviate any starting problems for most of them.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, those are going to be your Grab Bag modes for this year, or for this season. Boy, I'm just looking at that list, and I see so many things that people voted against and just hated. So, yeah, there'll be a lot of race saviors, I think, for Grab Bag this season, especially Champion Swordless.
Yeah, that's a... Oof.
Oh, man, that's so good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. So, but look at this, though. You get 2 boots modes. Open Plus has boots. Casual SCL Casual boots is boots. Of course, it's in the fucking name. Couple of key sanity modes. How many keys modes are there? Just two. And it's actually balanced. Funny enough, you guys balanced it really well when you voted for the Season 16 stuff, because it was very balanced, and now the Season 17 is just balanced on the other side, but it's still balanced. So it's actually...
Yeah, and I mean... I don't hate any of these modes, with the exception of Swordless, maybe.
So, yeah, Champion Swordless is...
natural.
Champion Swordless is better than regular Swordless.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah, 100%. So, enjoy it, please. Mystery System! Okay, this is going to get a little boring for about 5 minutes. So if you need to use the restroom and you don't want to get technical shit shoved down your throat, this is a good time to go make a sandwich. Yeah, so we're going to go over this in details. So it's about 90% finished. I haven't fully balanced it yet. The numbers still need to be pushed in each direction. It's really difficult to balance. And when we go over the details on what this is actually doing, I think you'll understand why. But I should hopefully have that all finished this week and have a full set of what... It's not percentage based anymore, just so you're aware. It's not like the current mystery system where it's like, you have a 10% chance of getting this. We still use percentages for a couple of checks, but for the most part, it's not. It's based off of, this is hard, we need to offset it with something not hard. And so that we try to hit that Goldilocks zone. That's where it's not too easy, not too hard, it's just right, just in the middle. So yeah, I'll go over this in some detail, and it should hopefully make some sense. So these are the categories that are going to be available for Mystery. They have been expanded. We've added a few things that we haven't used before. So we're using most of the stuff that is available to us. And you'll see really early on there's something in there that we've definitely never used before. So World State, same as always. The entrance modes, restricted and crossed, we've been using those for a while now. There is an insanity check in here. Now, we will go over that separately. It's a little bit different. It's not like there's... You know how it is currently with one-hit knockout? There's what's the number? Is it 4%? Or we know we lowered it. Isn't it like 2% now for one-hit knockout? Which is not on this list, but one-hit knockout is still available. Again, it's a separate check. Yeah, if you take a look down the list, I'm not going to go over all of these. This is pretty normal stuff. We are adding a few things back in that we took out earlier. Like item pool, we're still going to have hard and expert item pools available to us. We're putting enemy damage and enemy health back in. So, yeah, it's not, they're sometimes these are little, but we are going to make it so they're not horrible. Enemy damage, the random is in there. We're not doing the chaos damage. No, random damage is chaos damage. Never mind. What am I saying? Yeah. That might be a typo, actually. I'll have to take a look at that. I think enemy damaged is supposed to be shuffled, not random. I gotta double check that. I gotta double check that. That one actually might be wrong. But we have put enemy health back in, but this time we do have an easy and a hard in there as well. The easy is on the low end. And there's a few of these, again, they're only available in entrance modes. A few of these that are only available in non-entrance. So, yeah. So I got to double check that. I think enemy damage is supposed to be shuffled. It's not supposed to be random. I've got it on my main list. So, although I thought I copy pasted this. We'll see. Again, these will officially be announced later this week. So this is how this is going to work. Some of the numbers are not 100% set in stone yet. But you're going to start with a pool of points. There are two checks that we do separately before we do anything else. First is the entrance to non-entrance check, because they basically go through separate chains. We're still going to make it 30-70. That's the way it is right now. I like that number. I think it's really good. It still leans more on non-entrance, which is better because it gives us more modes to choose from, more flags to play around with. So you still have a 30-70. However, we're adding 2 additional checks after this. If it is an entrance mode, we're adding an insanity check. Now, it's a 4% check, but it's not 4% that you're going to get insanity. It's 4% of 30%. So it's actually under 2% total of a chance to get insanity entrance anytime that you join a mystery seed or a mystery race. So it's less than 2%. It's like 1.6 or whatever it is. I did the numbers. I don't remember what it is. However, we are changing it if you get the insanity check. Accessibility, item pool, boss shuffle, enemy damage, and enemy health are all going to be set to normal. So you're never going to get an insanity check that has like high enemy damage and high enemy health and a bunch of enemy shuffle. It's too complex, and I don't want to go way overboard with some of these, especially with a mode like insanity. So we're locking some of those into normal modes. Everything else is still shuffled, but then we also dropped the mystery points from 100 down to 30, which means you're not going to get like a stupid hard with what's remaining. One-hit knockout is the same as that. So we're doing the same check if it's non-entrance and one-hit knockout. You will not get one-hit knockout with entrance. That is 100% not going to happen. If it's one-hit knockout, it's a separate 2% chance, which again is 2% of 70%. So it's in that same between 1 and 2% range. We're doing the same lockouts on this, where we're locking all of, and it's more important for one-hit knockout than insanity entrance. Accessibility, item pool, especially actually enemy damage doesn't care. We're just going to default it. But enemy health is a big one. Enemy health and enemy shuffle, with those with one-hit knockout can make some weird shit, especially in standard mode, which that is a possibility. So we're going to lock those in. We're going to lower the percentages a little bit. And so if you happen to get the one-hit knockout or insanity entrance, it's going to be an easier mode than what you could potentially get with other things. So those are the first checks we make, and then we start going into the weights. So the way this is going to work, all those categories that I showed you a couple of slides earlier are going to be all shuffled. There's like 13 of them on the list. We're going to shuffle them all up, and with exceptions of ones that are locked. If they're already locked, we just don't put them into the pool. Then we take the first one on the list, and we just pick one at random. Now, every mode has got a point assignment assigned to it. So in this case, swords. If swords is first, like randomized swords is 5. That's the way it is currently in the pool. And swordless is 20, because swordless is just going to be a lot harder than randomized swords. Assured sword is also 5. I believe I think all 3 of them, vanilla swords and assured sword and randomized, they're all 5s. And then swordless is at 20. So it's just one of those things that it's much higher than in difficulty. So we choose one of them at random, and then we assign the point total, and we take it away from the pool that is available. So if it's 100, you choose swordless, now you're down to 80. If it's randomized, you're down to 95. We go through every single category that is available, and we just choose one at random. And once it's done, we're left with a number of mystery points left, and it's very rarely 0. In fact, I don't think I've had it hit 0 once, and I've ran a lot of permutations of this. Then we go through the balancing of this, which is, if it's 0, we're done. If it is not 0, if it's greater than 0, we choose, that means it's too easy. If it's greater than 0, that means we haven't allotted all of the points, and we need to make it a little bit more difficult. So we'll go back and we'll choose one of the categories that has a point assignment value option available that is higher than it was currently selected. And we'll choose one of the higher ones. And then we'll rebalance again. If we're at 0, we're done. If we're up high now, then we need to balance back on the low end. And we just go back through and we choose one category at random, and we adjust it, and then we adjust it, and we adjust it, and we adjust it. And eventually it hits 0. And as soon as it hits 0, we're done. We have a balanced mystery payload. And then we process the payload. We do 2 little tweaks at the end of it, and these are common tweaks. If Ganon vulnerability is lower than the open tower vulnerability, this is something we do currently with we've been doing this for a while now. Ganon vuln will never be lower than open tower unless it's fast Ganon. Now we actually don't do that now. We don't look at fast Ganon. But we're going to make sure it's not fast Ganon, because if it's fast Ganon, open tower is 6 and Ganon vuln is 2. Congratulations. Kill Ganon. And it'll be a 2. Also, if enemy shuffle and enemy damage is not normal, if it's anything other than that, we're going to set swords to assured. This goes back to what we talked about earlier with enemizer. And we're going to make sure that if you get an enemized mode, now not boss shuffle. Boss shuffle is not included in this, and that's intentional. But we're going to make sure that you have a sword to actually get through, especially with standard. We don't want you to go through we don't want you to blindly go through the escape without a sword. So that does mean potentially, let's say for instance you rolled a swordless mode and enemy shuffle was chosen, you get a free upgraded sword. This is one of the things I haven't finished yet, because that makes the seed easier than expected. And I'm working out the details so that you don't get a seed that's too easy. It also means something like swordless would get chosen much less. So things I'm working out, I'm just working out the kinks. It's close. It's close, but it's just not 100% finished. So, all right, take a breath. That is going to be the new mystery system. It's really close. I just haven't. This last week has been kind of chaos. I have a sick cat in the house, and we're dealing with that. So, but that is where we're at with mystery. I do expect this to be finalized this week. You'll have an announcement in the Mystery Weights channel. It'll show all of the point assignments. It's not weights. Technically, weights is a bad term for this. assignments will be set for each point category. So, new mystery. I hope it works. I'm gonna put this through the ringer this week to make sure that when we go live with it, we hopefully won't have any bugs. Not promising that, but I'm doing my best. So, yeah. Herfy, you still alive?
I'm alive.
All right.
I think it's really cool. Like we've talked about this before. Obviously, like I've been a little bit in the know about what's coming and how it works and everything. And I think it's a really cool idea. And I think you really figured out a cool way to, to get it to balance and to get a really cool mystery seed out at the end. That's not just a slog or just I might have as well played a casual boot.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I wanted to avoid. We do occasionally get those 3.5 hour mystery seeds, and people love them. There is a subset that loves these things. That's what the POG is for, if you're interested in that. And then the heavy duty, the heavy duty mystery seeds, and it's what we don't want is the random 1 hour. Oh, I rolled it open basically seed. So, yeah, that is where we're going to do for mystery. And we'll have more information on this week. And my cat just knocked over my Coke can that I had last night.
No.
It's empty. It's empty. I had it last night. I was up late.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway. Casual Boots Invitational, ladies and gentlemen. So we did talk about this already. We are doing another invitational. We don't need to go over the invitationals at this point. We're not changing anything with the invitationals. I did go through and look at the... there was a little bit of controversy last invitational that we did in regards to the... what am I going to say? The tie breaks. I know we discussed it. I went through it back and forth a few times. We are not going to make we're not going to make a change to the tiebreaker system. The reason that the tiebreaker system is the way that it is because we have 1 week to get these matches in, and I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not calling out people specifically, but some of you guys really suck at scheduling, and you wait till like the last minute to schedule matches, and if we had to redo a race, we often don't have time to do it. We don't want to hold everything up. We have a week, and that's it. So, yeah, that's the reason we're gonna keep them there the way they say. The tie breaks have a plot. They've come into effect a few times, but at the same time, it's good. I mean, it works. Is it 100% fair? No, but there's no. Without doing a re-race, which we're not going to do, it's tough to come up with a good balance, something in there that is 100% completely fair. And even a re-race is not 100% completely fair. Win your races. Finish your races. Don't forfeit. It's a bad idea. So yeah, Administrator Bob will be coming back here next season, probably towards the late part of the season. He doesn't need to be online for most of it, so he'll be coming back on late in season 17. He'll be doing everything that he did last time in the Invitational. If you weren't in the if you were not in the Invitational, you probably didn't even see him. He was just on, but you didn't talk to him. So, and we have a new prize to the pool. It's a big one. It's a whopper. So, speaking of which, these are the prizes. We have simplified it. We took some of the prizes out of the pool that were in there previously because people aren't going to pick them anyway. There's no way any of those prizes were ever going to be picked. So we simplified it down to 3. We still have 1 Super NT at our disposal. It is still sitting upstairs in my cabinet. Still unopened, still fresh, ready to go. It is one of the black versions, if I remember correctly. We had 2 of them. We are down to 1. But we still have that. So there will still be a Super NT available to the winner if they so choose. Prize 2 is cash alternative. We've been doing that. We've done 2 of these where we've given away a cash alternative. If you don't have an NT and you don't have the other prize, we do give a cash alternative prize. It is less value than the prizes that we have. We are going to continue with that. Just, you know, you want cash? You can give you cash. We're just going to not give you as much. Or prize number 3. And yes, we have a third prize available to us. And it's no. Sorry. Bob got a little out of hand. We are not going to give away a new car. Sorry, that is not within our budget. But what is within our budget, and I hope everyone is going to be excited about this. They are available. They are not absurdly expensive, but pending availability, we are planning on giving away the low-end version, the 64 gig version, but a low-end version of a Steam Deck. So that will be our third prize pending availability. I need to be very, very clear with this. They need to be available, and they need to be available to get to you. If you live in the States, it's not a problem. It's really easy. Literally, the warehouse that stores them in the Midwest is 10 minutes down the road from me. They just need to be available. However, internationally, not exactly the same. And shipping something like this requires taxes and claiming it, and it can be a major pain in the ass if you live outside of North America. So that will be a discussion to have with the winner at that time, and we will figure out a way to do it if that is something that you do want. Yes, it is obviously worth more than the other 2 available prizes, but because we have a surplus, we will have a surplus of money set aside from ladder patrons, and we decided that, you know what, we're going to go above and beyond a little bit for this one. We will not do this again. The grand prize for the next invitational is going to be a saltine cracker. But at best, it's going to be a saltine cracker. So, we're doing one of these this one time. We're going to hopefully... I kind of want to take this invitational and just blow it out of the water and see how many people we can get in there. I know this is going to draw people in that generally do not race, and they don't race ladder, and they're probably not even in the ladder Discord. And that's good. And I'd like to see you guys come in and get some racing in. There's 100 of these races to use for qualifying standings. But yeah, that is what we're going to be doing for this one. We are also likely going to cut invitationals down a little bit. We ran 4 in 2022. The first one started in 2021. It actually finished in 2022. That was the Retrance one. And then we ran 3 others in 2022. We're going to probably cut it down to 2 per year. So this one's going to be in the spring, and we'll probably do one in the fall and the winter. So there will be bigger gaps between invitationals, and yeah. So that is, but we're going to make it a big one. So thank Bob for that, and good luck, and have fun, everybody. Season will start on February 13th. I think it's the 13th. It's 13th. Yeah, it's a Monday. Yeah, February 13th. Herfy, how about that? How about that ladder announcement?
Yeah, I mean, sounds great to me. New mystery system, new grab bag, new invitational with a great price. What more could they wish for?
What more can you want? We're tapped out on what we can kind of do with V31. We're hopeful V32 comes out before the world implodes. We would love to use it, and hopefully it gives us a bunch of options available to us so that we can make new modes, make things exciting. We're doing kind of what we can right now. So we do have a little bit of time to take some questions. Now, we did get a few questions that did come in that we will answer. There came in a few questions that we will not answer. Thank you very much.
As always.
Yep. But if you guys have a question you want to toss in chat, feel free to do so right now. But we do have a few questions on the list that I think we'll go ahead and answer. First one that came across, that was Insanity Entrance talking about low attendance, basically. We knew this was going to happen. We talked about this last season, where we knew Insanity Entrance is going to not get a lot. Like, there was a few entered early, and then there's going to be low. And the question is, what was the most unpopular mode we've ever had? And it's not Insanity Entrance. It's still Champion Swordless. We had more Champion Swordless seeds actually not fire than I think any mode. It wasn't a lot. Excuse me. There wasn't a lot, but there was a few. We actually had one in almost, it wasn't prime time, but it was like at 9 a.m., which seeds always fire at 9 a.m., and it failed. It was something like that. It was kind of ridiculous. But yeah, Champion Swordless is still the most unpopular mode. I think Insanity Entrance is actually going to blow it out of the water. I'll look at those numbers when we get there. But answer one from chat there. Why do we hate cross doors? We don't hate cross doors. We don't hate it. But it's not on the official distro. And we are not going to pull modes from the other branches outside of the official distro. We actually just talked about this the other day. Why are we doing this? One is because the code goes in hot and fast, and it's not always completely tested. And it's not always accurate. And sometimes those seeds take a minute to fucking generate. Which we have 10 minutes to generate seeds, guys. We can't sit around and wait for seeds to get generated. So yeah, that's why we just got in saying, if V32 gives us the option to do more things, we'll do more things. But until then, sorry, we're not going off the official distro. We're just not going to do it. Yeah, that one's set in stone, guys. We ain't changing that. So, but yeah. So, what else? What other questions did we have in here? This is actually an interesting one. Is it possible to dilute the ratings points gained or lost based on total games played in a given season? No. But, Herfy, I have not actually brought this up with you. Don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. I might have mentioned it at one point. So I went through and did some sanity testing on the rankings a couple seasons ago. I wanted to make sure that the system was working properly. So I actually went back and recalculated races from old seasons to make sure the results matched what we had. Thankfully, everything matched. I did not do the entire, but I did a big enough sample set that I'm confident that everything is working. And I only say that because there have been 2 occasions that have come up where we get errors in processing. We see the errors that pop up. You've seen it. I've seen it. We get announcements if the calculation fails to generate properly, and then the whole site kind of goes into a tizzy. And then I have to clear them out and recalculate them. It's a technical issue. I'm not going to go into it. I have considered at some point maybe restarting the ladder rankings, maybe using a different system. Like, it's something that I've considered, but at the same time, we also kind of backed ourselves into a corner with using global rankings. it'd be really difficult to completely restart everything. So kind of in the catch-22. I wouldn't mind tweaking the system a little bit, but doing it would cause chaos. And it would be difficult to do without actually completely wiping out the rankings. And I don't think that's going to happen. So, kind of a long answer for that one. The way the system is built, and we know this. I think everybody knows this. The system does give it rewards people that race more, but you still got to win. So if you race like if you race 20 times a year and you go 10-10. In theory, somebody that races 15 or 30 times a year, it goes 15-15, those numbers should equalize for the most part. The number should come out the same, but it's not always the case because you could get paired down, you could get paired up. 1s and 2s get tossed in different directions in basically every race. If you win a tougher matchup, then yeah. So, but yes, it is a system that does kind of give you a slight advantage if you race more. So the person that races 30 times a year and wins 5 more than losses, you get a little bit more ranking than somebody that races 20 times a year, 10 times a year, that has 5 more wins than losses. It's just the way the system is built. So yeah, it does reward people that race a few more times a year. But hey, guess what? You raced a few more times a year. So you still got to win. So that's why we're not going to do adjustments. I don't think we're not going to do decay or anything like that. We do not want D-Will to make his comeback because we've entered in decay into the system. So
plus 1 million points.
Exactly. I think I saw one more question in chat. What was it? Hope my kitty feels better. Thank you. I think he's going to do okay. We had to take him into the vet. He wasn't eating and he was puking and he got dehydrated and we had to leave him there overnight. And we got him back yesterday and he's not doing great. He's not comfortable right now. He had an IV put into his leg and he's favoring it heavily. And he's still on drugs too. Whatever they gave him is still in his system. So he's not 100% there. But he's doing better already this morning. So we expect him to, he should recover here in the next day or two. So, did I miss a question? I thought I did.
Someone asked about an API or if the
that wasn't, there was nothing there. Nope, I don't think that was it. And were there any other questions on the list? What's your favorite kind of drink to enjoy during a ladder race? Funny enough, I drink water. Rarely do I actually make a drink. Like, I'm actually just drinking water right now. I will be drinking tonight, though. I will be drinking tonight. But yeah, I usually just drink water. Maybe if I'm getting really tired, I'll pop a soda. But I've been trying not to drink sodas lately. Just when I'm up late and I need a little caffeine kick. Funny, you don't drink a lot of soda and then you drink a soda, the caffeine hits you like a goddamn truck. It's fantastic. And then if you try to go to bed right away, it ain't happening. Herfy, what do you drink? You don't race. You don't race, but when we do comms and stuff, I know you usually have a drink or two. What do you drink?
Well, I mean, if I'm not drinking anything alcoholic, which is, I don't drink too often, but usually it's Coke Zero, I think, at home at least.
Okay. I got a buddy of mine that drinks nothing but Coke Zero, and I hate the taste. The aspartame in it doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I've kind of gotten used to it. It's a lot better than Coke Light, at least in my head. Like, some people are like, well, I don't really taste the difference, but I prefer Zero to Light.
Is Coke Light Diet Coke?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay. I didn't know if it was named differently.
It is. I don't know why they name it Light here, but everything that's like low calorie or anything has like Light appended to it.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, gotcha. What do you drink when we drink? Like when we're getting hammered, when we're getting slosh, what do you actually drink?
Long Island's or
Yes, good
White
man.
Russians.
Good man. If you guys weren't around for SGL, um, I got a lot of people to drink Long Island's there. Now, I'm sure people enjoying them anyway, but man, we ordered a lot of Long Island's. But it was just over the first 2 days. Like there was no drinking the last 2 days.
Yeah, everyone was kind of busy. But,
Everyone was just totally lined. Yeah, and they were $15 at the bar too, but they were good. The bartender made them pretty well. I don't mind paying
they were
$15
good.
for a good one. Yeah, if
It
it's a
was
good
good
Long
bar.
Island, fuck yeah, I'll pay for it. I paid more. I paid more than that. Couple other questions did come in. What is my favorite brisket rub? Salt, pepper, garlic powder. I like it. I like it standard, like old school style. I don't put anything else on it. I don't put any other types of special rubs. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, a lot of it. Like cover that thing. I often think that I put a lot on, and then by the time I'm done, I look at it and I'm like, dude, I should have put more on there. So, when's my next Fogo trip? As a group, we'll see. I actually have a Fogo trip coming up in February. So, because I make Fogo bets with my buddies all the time, and I have them up two. What do I got? No, just one. I'm down to one. I have a free Fogo plate coming my way and 4 drinks. I did good with bets this year. So yeah, I get a free plate. That's a $50 plate, and then 4. And I'll make sure I'm not driving this time around. I'll make sure my wife drives. Because yeah, I'll get totally shitty. So. All right. Well, we're a little over our time. We usually are done by now. Yeah. I think we should just wrap things up. Again, I'll have the schedule posted here later today. I know what I screwed something up. I gotta fix it. We'll have everything up and ready here. We'll have information coming out during the week, and I think that's it. Thanks everybody as always. Herfy, you want to take us out? Anything you want to add?
No, not really. I think you covered it pretty much. Happy racing, as the last slide here says. Good luck, everyone, in the Invitational. If you plan on joining, we definitely got an amazing price this time. And as Duncan said, the only time as well. So if you want to have a chance at that Steam Tag, make sure you join this Invitational and don't wait for the next one. And other than that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll catch you guys on the next stream.